Hey everybody, this is Max Acceleration, and today we are going to take a look at using VoiceAttack. I won't go into installation and setup of the actual program. It's very simple, and there's got to be like 100 videos out there on it already. You pop this little caret, and you can get more options here. Just do a quick thing here. Let's click this and it'll stop trying to recognize what I'm saying. It's trying to guess what I'm saying right now. So you can turn it on and off. Hello, A.S.T.R.A. Hello, A.S.T.R.A. A.S.T.R.A. Okay, it's not understanding it. Oh, wait a minute. It might help if I selected one where that actually works. Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Yes, Commander.
So let's say it recognizes it and responds. If you have a long command that's going, this is stop commands. So say you've got it playing an MP3 or something to that effect, you can always Alt-Tab over out of your program and then click this to make it stop playing the music or anything else that you want to do. There's also a way in the structure here of setting up your profile that you can do it. So let's create a brand new profile. So we're going to create a new profile. We're going to call this one test. I'm going to show you how to set this up. So I'm assuming that you have the HCS voice pack, A.S.T.R.A. at least, or one of them. So we're going to say import commands. Got F for my VoiceAttack set up, sounds. And this is A.S.T.R.A. It doesn't actually have the name like the other ones do, but we'll click on this. And we're looking for profiles. Here's the standard profiles that HCS provides to you. And we're looking for standard profiles and add-ons. So, and I don't know what this ASP turns alpha one is, but here's commodities, constellations, Galaxypedia, quantum theory, information about the ships, Stephen Hawking quotes, and their Vulcan profile. Now we can install all these if we want, but let's just do the Galaxypedia right now. So we'll say open. Shows us what these are going to look like. It categories education. Let's import all of them. And now we have 358 commands in set up in VoiceAttack. And all these commands really will do is answer these questions. Like I can say, what is phase? But we have to say done first. Done. What is phase?
Phase. The apparent change in shape of the Moon and inferior planets as seen from Earth as they move in their orbits.
Okay, and there you go. Let's go back into it. Okay, and you can see there's a lot of them in there. So let's import some more commands. Import. Let's get some of the ship profiles. We'll import all of those. And here's all the ships. So we can say Anaconda, full description, please. Oh, I have to say done. Anaconda, full description, please.
The Anaconda is the pride of full Condoleezza's shipyards. The design was first manufactured in 2856 by Remliner Galactic.
And we'll click stop because that's enough of that. And you can see where we're going here. Now we have 384 commands. Let's go import some more. Let's get the Vulcan profile. We'll open that. Import. That'll be at the bottom down here. Okay, so we can say any of these that we want. So Spock didn't like computers, did he? Is one of the ones that defaults to. I'm going to say done. Spock didn't like computers, did he?
The Vulcan Spock once said, "Computers make excellent and efficient servants, but I have no wish to serve under them."
There you go. So we're building up a pretty good profile. We're approaching 500 commands here already just by importing these default profiles provided by HCS. They're great. Let's get commodities too, because we'll be doing some trading. Open that one. Import. Okay, we'll scroll down. Stock market, okay. What are alloys? We'll say done. What are alloys?
An alloy is a mixture or solid solution composed of a metal and another element. Alloys are used in some applications where their properties are superior to those of the pure component elements for a...
Okay, that's enough. But you get the idea. Let's do quantum theory. Okay, we're up to over 650. Let's find QT as quantum theory. So I always had problems with this. We'll try this. This one's a hard one to get to work. What is Schrodinger's cat? What is Schrodinger's cat? What is Schrodinger's cat? Nah, he never picks it up. I have to play with that. Bolides. What are bolides? What are bolides?
Bolide, a term to describe an exceptionally bright meteorite. When bolides are in the atmosphere, they typically will produce a sonic boom.
What is a chondrite?
A stone meteorite that contains no chondrules.
Okay, so those are just examples of that. Let's go ahead and import the Stephen Hawking quotes. And this is a set, a random set. So it's one command, but it's got a whole bunch of them in there. So, makes it a little harder to find, though. Stephen Hawking quote. Okay. Professor Hawking quote.
Stephen Hawking. Women, they are a complete mystery.
There you go. So he can figure out string theory, but not women. Okay. Help him out there. All right, import. And did we miss anything? Commodities, constellations. Let's also grab that one. And we should be in good shape. Okay, and we're already up to 767 commands. So, you have all these canned responses to the things that you might say over here. So, the spoken command is what I say. And let's clean this one up. Let's see if we can get this one to work. So, Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat. A hypothetical experiment in which a cat kept in a closed box can be alive and dead at the same time, as long as nobody lifts the lid to take a look.
Right. And we know that from college science class. So I just needed to pronounce that a little more clinically to get it to work. But anyway, let's add some new commands now. This is the interesting part. We're not going to do any more importing. We're going to create a new command. And we're going to call this command hello A.S.T.R.A. And we're going to click down here on other. And there's a bunch of stuff you can do, but we're just going to say play a sound. We're going to click here to browse our sounds. And that's the right folder right here, sounds. HCS pack is A.S.T.R.A. Don't try to rename that because the profiles won't work then. And we'll go into acknowledgements. And she's got greeting or something in here. Greetings. There we go. And I'm assuming this is what the voice actor looks like.
Greetings.
Okay. And I'm going to click this wait until the sound completes before continuing. The reason I'm going to click that is if I add anything else in here, it'll say this, move on to the next command, start saying that. If this hasn't finished, you'll just have the A.S.T.R.A. talking all over herself. It sounds really weird. So, that's now set. We'll say OK. We have to say done. And now we can say, hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Greetings.
There you go. Now, that's pretty boring. So, let's make that a little more interesting. And then I'll show you how I mix these together. So this might seem a little complex, but it's actually pretty simple. We're going to go in, and we are going to set a condition. Set a conditional value here. And it says advanced, but, you know, so I'm going to say var1. Be var2, var3, anything you want to call this. You know, ABC 1, 2, 3. And I want it to be random, so I click random, and I just want it to be between 1 and 3. Click on that. And I'm going to move that up. These up and down will move that command around, so I can move it up and down anywhere I want it to be. So I want to set the value first, and then I'm going to create a condition here. I'm going to create 3 different answers when I say hello Astra. Okay, so here's the first one. We want to begin a condition block. Now our variable, remember, is var1. Remember what you set your variable to. When it's 1, remember it's going to be a random value between 1 and 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, or 3. So I want to go 1 first. And this is what we want her to say. So let's move that down. So this is the correct order. Set the value, begin the condition, and then here's what we want her to say. This is what she'll say.
Greetings.
Okay. And we need to end that. So we're going to end the conditional block and check this. When the block is reached, exit the command. This is your out. Otherwise it's going to go to the next one, and you just want it to kick out. Once 1 equals the correct number, matches, you want it to bump out. So that's why I'm doing that. Now let's create a new one. This will be the structure. Begin, do something, end. So let's create a new one. So begin a conditional block. And this time when it's 2, remember our variable is var1. Okay, so here when it's 1, here when it's 2. Okay, and now we're going to play a sound. So let's go ahead, play a sound, search, and remember I'm saying hello Astra, and she might say something else. So let's find something more interesting. We had greetings already. Standing by. Click this. And then we need to end it. When it's reached, exit. Okay, when that condition is met. So there's 2. If this variable generates a 1, it'll come down, start checking these. It'll say, well, does this equal 1? It does. It'll say this, and then exit. If it doesn't equal 1, it'll keep going. Hit var2. If it's a 2, come down, say that, and then exit out. So now we're going to put our final one in. Begin a condition. Remember our variable is var1 equals 3. When that happens, we want to play a sound. This time I'm going to search somewhere else. Roll. Now I have the personal pack. Not everyone will have this, but this has a bunch of stuff in here. So here's greetings.
Greetings, Commander.
That's too close to the other one. How about Commander, welcome?
Commander, welcome aboard.
Or even this one.
Max, it's done.
Oh, okay. We don't want that one then. We'll just use welcome aboard. Okay, and then we just want to end this one and we'll be done. Oh. End a condition. Remember to check this. Okay, that's how we have a variable 1 to 3. It generates a random variable and then does one of these 3 things. Let's test this out. We'll say okay. Done. Hello Astra.
Greetings.
Hello Astra.
Greetings.
Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Standing by.
Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Standing by.
Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Commander, welcome aboard.
Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Commander, welcome aboard.
Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Commander, welcome aboard.
Okay, you get some repetition out of it, but it is only, random number 1 to 3. It's going to hit, the same number more frequently. It just says 3, but you get the idea. Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Commander, welcome aboard.
Hello, A.S.T.R.A.
Standing by.
So you give her a little bit of diversity there, so she's going to sound a little different. So now we want to add other AIs in here. And so let's have a new command. And to set this up, we might say, A.S.T.R.A, hey, talk to her like I'm actually talking to her. And she's not going to understand any of this, but I'll say, A.S.T.R.A, I was thinking about adding a new AI to the ship. What do you think? So I might put that in. What do you think? Now, she didn't hear any of that other part. She's just going to trigger off this what do you think. That's how I end my sentence when I have, I strike up a conversation with A.S.T.R.A about adding a new AI. So we'll say other. And we want to play a sound. And we want to go into HCS. And I think it's under interactive. I consider. I think this is the one. It might be a pleasant experience.
It might be a pleasant experience to have an additional artificial crew member on board. I'd be happy to work with another crew member. There are others available. Perhaps you'd like to choose one.
Okay, so there you go. That plays right to what I have. I'm going to check this in case I add another command in there. And then I'm going to add a little pause. Let's put a pause of about 3 seconds. The reason I'm putting the pause, I'm going to say something back to her. I need her to shut up for that 3 seconds, so it seems like I'm having a conversation with her. So, and in that 3 seconds, I'm going to go, yes, it's a good idea. Who might you recommend? So let's browse again. Now, I think we need to go to, let me see, I don't think she recommends one in here, but yeah, I don't think she does, but let's go up to characters, A.S.T.R.A. Okay, commands dark. Let's introduce dark. So we're going to be a general order. And let's say dark, hand over for departure, because that plays to my making dark in charge of all the engines and everything. Okay. Alright, we're in yes, commander. Okay, so that'll work. Okay. Now I'm also going to add another little sound. Now these are sounds that I also found online. We want some computer beeping noises. Okay, that one sounds pretty good. I think that's the old doorbell from Star Trek. So, okay. And I'm going to add in sounds. And we want her to say completed. Completed. Okay. And I'll explain what I'm doing here. Okay. So she offers, I say, I have the conversation about a new AI. I say, what do you think? And she says, hey, that would be great. And then I say, go ahead and do that. Download the AI to the ship. Make some computer noises. She says completed. And then she says, Dart, prep for, prep to leave the ship. So let's just try this out real quick. So I'll make up my little story here. A.S.T.R.A, it's cool being with you and all, but maybe it'd be cool, I'm thinking about adding another AI to the ship, and what do you think?
It might be a pleasant experience to have an additional artificial crew member on board. I'd be happy to work with another crew member. There are others available. Perhaps you'd like to choose one.
No, I'll let you choose. Go ahead and download to the ship. And died. Let's try that again. Sometimes when you're adding the new commands, you have to run through them more than once before they'll start executing properly. This does happen. What do you think?
It might be a pleasant experience to have an additional artificial crew member on board. I'd be happy to work with another crew member. There are others available. Perhaps you'd like to choose one.
No, I think I'll go ahead and let you do that. Download it now. And why is that failing? What it should do, wait the 3 seconds. We should get this sound. And then she'll say,
completed.
Completed. And then she's going to give Dark some orders.
Dark, hand over for departure now.
And then I can just add in here. I'm going to scroll over to Dark. Now, it has A.S.T.R.A and female officers' response orders. This is how he responds back. So he's going to go affirmative, ma'am.
Affirmative, ma'am.
Okay. Let's put just a very short pause in there so he doesn't just talk like right on top of her. Half a second seems to be very good. Up. Okay. And let's try this one more time. What do you think?
It might be a pleasant experience to have an additional artificial crew member on board. I'd be happy to work with another crew member. There are others available. Perhaps you'd like to choose one.
I think I'm going to let you do that. Go ahead and download load one now.
Completed. Dark, hand over for departure now.
And he's still not answering. What do you think?
It might be a pleasant experience to have an additional artificial crew member on board. I'd be happy to work with another crew member. There are others available. Perhaps you'd like to choose one.
No, I think I'm going to let you do that. Go ahead and download one to the ship now.
Completed. Dark, hand over for departure now.
Affirmative, ma'am.
Okay, and there you go. That's how I'm getting the interactions between myself and the AIs. You simply set up a command and have them interact. And I can trigger this off a lot of different things. So let's go into my A.S.T.R.A Dark Legend where I've already done a lot of this, and I'll just show you a few of these. Okay, here's one where if I get attacked, I wanted her to be able to key off A.S.T.R.A you damaged. So A.S.T.R.A you damaged, she says something, it pauses here for a second, and then Legend also weighs in. So let's try that one. A.S.T.R.A, are you damaged? A.S.T.R.A, are you damaged?
Okay, now I'm mad. Let's turn this guy into space dust.
And where's Legend? Try it again. I'm VoiceAttack not responding today. A.S.T.R.A, are you damaged? A.S.T.R.A, are you damaged?
Okay, now I'm mad. Let's turn this guy into space dust.
Affirmative, Mom. Weapons hot.
Okay, so that was one of the responses that I had in there. And let me find some other ones. This is if I got mad with her and said something. She threatens me, and then I say, okay, okay. And she goes back to this. But, damn you, I'll take care of you. Things like that. So let's try that one. You bloody cabbage.
I am designed to recognize psychotic behavior and appropriately deal with it. For example, I could disable life support if I deemed it to be necessary, that is.
Oh, no, I apologize. Oh, and she's supposed to say okay or good or whatever. But I put in there just enough of a pause here, 2.5 seconds, for me to quickly mend my ways, and then she says okay. It didn't have any responses like, that's good or that's better or something like that. But let's try something else here. Oh, here's the disembark. So this had a lot of them doing different things. Here's A.S.T.R.A, here's dark, and then A.S.T.R.A again. So let's try that. Now this one I could do just saying undock. A.S.T.R.A?
Yes.
Undock.
Pre-launch diagnostic checks. Repairs. Fuel. Weapons. Check. Hull integrity 100%. Internal scans. Done. Systems running optimally. Departure procedures initiating. Launch.
Decouple mode enabled. Ascending to 30 meters. Retracting modules, handing you the con.
Now I had this one kind of timed.
Yeah, coming up.
Okay. I had this one kind of timed to meet with the launch. If I push the button on launch on my joystick at the same time I'm saying this will all kind of work out about right. And you can see here, I press this. Well, actually, this should be more like 2 seconds. R is the default raise the ship straight up. Insert will raise your gear. I guess I should show you one of those too. So say if I wanted VoiceAttack to press a key, I can say, where is it? Stop a process for an application. Oh, key press. Sorry, my bad. So we hit key press, and I can really do anything I want. Say, I don't know, left shift 3 is the command. Left shift 3. So left shift lights up, 3 lights up. You want to keep this Windows Game DirectX. If you put it standard, that'll work on your desktop, but when you're in game, you really want this selected if those commands are to be executed within the game. If you're setting this up for your desktop to do something, use the standard instead. So we don't want 2 seconds. It really doesn't need to press the key more than like 0.03 or something like that. Just needs to tap the key basically. And we'll say OK, and it actually adds that key press. Now again, we can move that up or down depending on where we want to put that. And that's not actually a valid key press in my bindings, but I just wanted to show you what I'm doing here. So like the R key, it just presses R, doesn't have shift or anything. And wow, for 2 seconds is, no, it's going to be about right to raise it up. And there you have it. That's a quick and dirty run through of how I set up the interactions. One last one. Here's freaking security. So I get mad at security sometimes, shows up. I'll go, freaking security. Freaking security.
It's wise to have a level of respect and courtesy around the authorities that police systems. Many pilots unnecessarily fear the authorities. There's no need unless of course you're a party to illegal, immoral behavior such as smuggling, piracy and other illegal activities.
Okay, so there you go. But feel free to dabble, ask questions. I may end up sharing my profile. I certainly don't mind giving it away, but word of warning, I have remapped all the key bindings for my specific setup. If you have Elite Dangerous and you use the defaults, my profile will not work with your game. But I would certainly be happy to share my profiles. And I'll have to share the key mapping as well as a text file with that if you want to use that and not goof up your game. What you'll have to do is go into the configuration of your game, and then for all the different activities like retracting landing gear, pulling it up, or hitting lights, things like that, you'll have to use my key mappings if you want to use my VAP file, which is the profile for VoiceAttack, or you will have to go in and do it within VoiceAttack. For instance, Flight Assist. Okay, I do use the default of Z here. So, but there are many things that I don't, like lights is actually L. I've remapped that to L. So, and activate jump is the same, but anyway, I've got a lot of these that are different, and so these might be something that you'll just have to find these key bindings, which are the ones that look like this, in the parentheses, and make sure that you've remapped them to the correct key presses. This is the page up. So anyway, that's it for today, and hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, fly safe.